Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen and this is my little corner of the internet where I share how knitting and other fiber crafts have woven into my life. This video is a little bit different than some of the other ones I've posted versus my normal podcast episodes because today's video is all about a year-long knit-along that I am hosting this year in 2023, and I'm going to give you guys all of the details about it today. So at first I wanted to give a little bit of background of why this knit-along is happening and why I'm inspired to host this knit-along this year. So many makers and other knitters I have seen on YouTube and Instagram everywhere say in 2023 that they want to use their stash. And in 2022, last year, I had a goal of using more stash than what I brought in, and I did succeed in that goal. And I said that I wanted to continue this goal into 2023 as well. And since so many other people seem to be on board with this idea of using the yarn that they already have, yarn from their stash, I thought hosting a little knit-along and building some community along the way might be kind of fun. So the knit-along, I am calling this knit-along the Year of Stash KAL. The only criteria is you have to use your stash that you had prior to 2023. So anything that you consider stash that was in your possession before 2023 began counts as an entry for finished projects. So you can knit, you can crochet, you can weave, you can spin. Anything that uses your fiber stash counts. The only criteria is that stash must be things that you had acquired before 2023 began. New purchases that you make in 2023 don't count as stash for this knit-along because we want to use our stash that we had coming into 2023 this year. Any projects that you complete in 2023 count for prizes. So you can enter any type of project just as long as it meets that stash requirement. And this project is going to run all year. It starts January 1st all the way to December 31st. So as soon as you're watching this, if you have projects that you've already completed this year that you want to submit in the Google form, go and do it. Go submit them. Anything you finish in 2023 that uses stash from before 2023 counts. Also, any project that uses stash in any capacity counts. If you knit a sweater and you have all the contrast colors in your stash, you're able to pull those, but you need to buy main colors for that sweater, you're using your stash. So that counts. Even though you had to buy something, you're still pulling something from your stash to make that sweater. If you want to add a little accent to your collar cuff, just like a little pop of color, that counts. Even if the rest of the sweater is all new stash, as long as you're using stash that you had before 2023, it counts. It just has to be somewhere in there. It's a challenge. We want to be creative, but I don't want the rules to be too complex. So if you consider it stash and you had it before 2023 began, you can enter that finished project. I'm not going to be too policing on this. I want this knit-along to be simple. So that's really the only rule. Use some stash that you had before 2023 began. Okay, so I hear you. You're saying, Kristen, I get it. I just have to use my stash. Now, how do I submit my prizes and what are we doing? So how do you submit projects? In the description box down below, I'm going to be linked to a Google form, and on that Google form is where you can submit your finished projects. That Google form will also be linked in my Linktree bio, which is in my Instagram bio. So you'll be able to access it a couple different ways, and throughout videos in 2023, I will try to remember to leave that entry form in my description box of my videos, so you should be able to find it down there. With the Google form, I'm just going to ask some basic information, and that's where I'll be pulling prizes from for the knit-along. So I'll ask for your name, your email or Ravelry ID, depending on how you would like to be contacted if you are a winner, and then the name of the project that you finished, if you use stash, and if you want to submit a photo. I'm also going to ask for some stats as well. This is just for fun because I'd like to do something fun and interesting with my monthly update videos. I'll explain a little bit more about that later in this video, but other questions that are on there are how many skeins did you use? Did you use mini skeins? How many grams? Kind of other statistical kind of questions, so that way we can kind of see as a community how many skeins and yards and grams of stash we use together. If you know the information, feel free to submit it. It'll just be nice to see as the year progresses how many skeins of stash we can all get out together as a whole. I think that'll be really fun. So the Google form, I will be using this throughout the year to pull for prizes. I'm unsure right now how often I'll be pulling for prizes. I'm assuming I will definitely be pulling at least quarterly, maybe monthly, depending on the amount of prizes that I have to share with all of you. So just make sure you submit your finished projects on that Google form, because that is how I will be pulling prizes for this knit along. And another thing is whips are allowed. This is for any projects that you finish in 2023. So if it's something you started in 2022 or 2021, that's stash from those years, that stash you had from before 2023, they count. So any projects that are completed in 2023 count, as long as you use the stash that you had before 2023. If I say it enough, hopefully it makes sense. So what about chatting with other people and sharing your works in progress? Because we use the Google form to submit our finished objects, but what do I do about my works in progress and I want to chat with other people? I heard you guys, this was something you said on my Instagram responses about this knit along, that you wanted to have some community building with other people, and I get it. I do too. So also linked down below, and it will be linked in my Instagram stories, is my Discord channel. So in this Discord, you can just join. It's an online chat room. It's open to everyone, and you can just go on there, chat with other people, share your stash, share your project ideas, ask for color advice, anything on there. If you want to connect with other people, it will be there. I will try to pop in there every now and again, see what you guys are up to. I love it. I'm not the best at keeping up with Discord, but if you guys want a place to chat with other people, that is the place to do it. So in Discord, what's really nice is I'll be able to set up different channels, so we can have one for look at what I'm working on, one for look at my stash, one for help me with color. We can see what kind of topics and ideas you guys like. We can add channels, and this can be a morphing and changing thing as we go, but the Discord will just be a place you can go and chat and talk with other people in real time and just connect with other knitters that are wanting to use this same goal. I may also throughout the year use the Discord channel as a chatter thread to pull prizes from. So I'll have the FO thread with the Google form, and we'll have the chatter thread in the Discord. So throughout the year, we might pull some prizes as well. We'll see how it goes, but make sure you're in there if you would like the chance for that. We also have Instagram. So the hashtag for this knit along is going to be hashtag year of Stash KAL. And when you post, make sure you tag me at DoSoKnits so I can see your post, and I will try to share some of the hashtag and see what you guys are up to. Just know that if you want other people to see it, use the hashtag year of Stash KAL. If you'd like to see other people's posts, you can go in, type into your search box year of Stash KAL, and then usually for a hashtag you can follow it, and then people who post using that hashtag will pop up in your feed so you can get connected to other people, see what they're making. It's all really fun, and you can get connected with other people that way as well. For works in progress and chattering and connecting with other people, we have the Discord and we have Instagram, so make sure you check those out. So then we have monthly update videos that I will be posting on my channel. If you've been around for a while, you know I used to do monthly stash in and stash out videos where I would share the projects that I finished, the amount of stash I got out each month, and then the new skeins that I brought in, with the goal of using more stash out than what I bring in. I'm gonna bring those back this year, but I'm gonna do it with a little bit of a twist with this using more stash idea. So every month here on YouTube, I will be sharing a video with my stats, my personal stats. I'll be sharing again how much yarn I got out, how much yarn I de-stash versus how much yarn I bring in. I'm going to be doing this in regards to full skeins that I get out of my stash, and I'm also going to be tracking my grams that I get out this year. I am using more of my mini skeins and scraps, which I don't count as full skeins out, but I am doing my scrappy projects more, and I would like to track my gram usage as well, because maybe one month I skein-wise bring more skeins in, but maybe I actually end up using more grams because all of those mini skein projects. So every month I'll be sharing how many skeins I get out, and how many grams I get out. And with that, how many skeins were from before 2023. Because this year I'm not necessarily saying I can't buy any more yarn. I mean, I literally bought yarn for a sweater already this year. I'm using the main color from my stash, but I had to buy the contrast colors. So that would count because the main color was from my stash before 2023, and I had to get some new skeins for completing that actual sweater. So I'll be able to look at that sweater when it's done, see, okay, this sweater took 10 skeins, 6 of them were new and 4 of them were old, and it's just nice to see and track how many things I'm using from my actual stash that I brought into this year. In these videos, I also want to share your guys' stats as well, and that's where that Google form comes in. I'm gonna share how many skeins as a community we used, how many grams we used, how many mini skeins. I'm gonna kind of see what kind of stats I can pull from what information you guys give me. This might evolve with time, but just know I'm going to be sharing your stats, and if I share finished project photos of what you guys are submitting, I will be sharing them in these monthly update videos. So that's where if you can submit your photo on the Google form of your finished object, I might share it on one of these videos, which is always really fun. So I think that's it. That's how this knit along is going to work this year. This is the year of Stash KAL. The only criteria is you have to use yarn or fiber from your stash that you had before 2023, finish a project, and you can submit it for prizes. Submit prizes using that Google form, connect with other people using the Discord or Instagram, and I'd love to see what you guys are making and what you're gonna do with your stash this year. It's definitely, I think it's easier at the beginning of the year to use your stash because it's still all, like we're still only 1 month into the year. Definitely gets harder closer to the end of the year when you're 10, 11, 12 months in. This stash starts feeling more and more old and you want to buy new things. So that's where the challenge is really going to come in. But just as long as you use something in a project that you had before 2023, it counts. Make sure you submit for that Google form to get entered in for prizes and for me to be able to share your stats and share it here. And I hope you guys are excited. I'm very excited that more people want to be on this journey of using more stash than what they bring in. Like I said, it's something I did last year, and I'm excited for the amount of people that want to do the same this year. So I hope you guys will join me. Let me know down in the comments if there's any questions that I missed. I'll be sharing more information over on Instagram. I'll have like little sliders with all the information typed up as well. I'll have it saved in my Instagram stories, but if I've missed anything, I'll try to answer it down in the comments below, but I'll also try to answer it on my Instagram stories and save it as a highlight. I think I've got everything because there's not many rules. The only criteria is use your stash that you had before 2023. Other than that, I hope you guys are excited. Let me know. Are you excited? Are you excited to participate? This isn't, just because this is a year-long make-along doesn't mean it's the only one I'll be doing this year, but it'll be one that we have continually in the background, and I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found something exciting and inspiring from this video. I hope you've put a little bit of love into every stitch you're making today. Thank you for clicking, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon.